Yo, yo, it's the power hour where the bruisers eat. No finesse, no flukes, just backs that punish. Fantasy gold in the mud, let's eat. Yo, welcome to the power hour.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Football Power Hour. With me, always, Muscles, Ryan Mill. What's going on tonight, Mus?
Oh, not a whole lot. What's happening?
Well, getting ready to go over this little bit of review, some key takeaways here from this week's game. So this is a week that I felt like betting-wise, luck didn't go in our favor, right? I mean, we did the research. It just didn't fall for us. I know Ishman's the same way, so little bit underwhelming there, but hey, we're going to bounce back. It's going to be a new week, but we got to get through this one. We're going to review it, give you guys some of our key takeaways. And if you guys enjoy the content, please go over 5-star, follow us on Spotify, all major podcasting platforms. Go over to YouTube, subscribe. It's all free. We really appreciate it. So without that, man, we have a coach firing already, and I think if there was betting odds on this, probably would have been Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was Brian Callahan, who I think probably is well-deserved, in my opinion. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all like Cam Ward coming out, and Cam Ward's been disappointing.
Yeah.
The defense has been disappointing. Like, this whole team's just underperformed, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so it's actually like kind of crazy that like nothing's come out beforehand. Like kind of like Mike McDaniel's, like you hear the rumblings of the players like saying there's no control in the locker room. I don't know if you saw that. Tua actually came out and said that. Like,
yep.
Like, so the writing's on the wall. This was kind of like it was. I don't want to say it was a surprise, but I mean it kind of was a little bit of a surprise.
Right, I agree. Thank your local 247 for paying for this. I love it. But yeah, I'm there too. Like, I just thought they might let him roll through the rest of the year, just for the simple fact that like he's a rookie. But yeah, I agree. He's looked really, really bad. Like nothing's on point. Calvin Ridley was a bold prediction of mine.
Tony Pollard.
Yeah, Tony Pollard's been disappointing. I mean, obviously Tajay Spears is back now, so we'll see how that goes. But like, they've invested a lot in this line. That's been really disappointing. We would like to see receivers other than Manor really take a step forward, and he's a rookie, so like somebody we thought that might take a little bit of time to develop. But yeah, Calvin Ridley's been really disappointing, and to be quite fair, in that Arizona game, it was a pure luck game. Like they fumble the ball, they intercept the ball, they fumble it. Tennessee, it just luck fell right into their favor, and the Raiders are a bad team too, and it just felt like they had no control. So, yeah, I totally agree with it. I heard on another podcast, I love this too. It was like Brian Callahan just goes to like Google and says, "How do you beat the Baltimore Ravens?" or "How do you beat?" Because he doesn't know how to coach. Like,
yeah, ChatGPT.
Yeah, it just goes, ChatGPT and just goes on there and just completely says, "Hey, how do you beat these guys?" and just uses that and goes with it.
Yeah,
Gunnar Helm been the most.
Yeah, Google's not even a thing anymore. I mean, I just ChatGPT everything.
ChatGPT. But yeah, so I don't know. Whatever he was doing, it wasn't working. So maybe he needed to pay for the better subscription for ChatGPT instead of that free version. But Mike McCoy looks like he's going to take a step in here. I don't know how I feel about it. I know he was with San Diego Chargers, so that's been a while ago. We'll kind of see just as that interim spot, but maybe this kind of lights a fire under their ass, and they kind of do something here. Like, no matter what, sometimes you just need that change, and guys respond. But yeah, I'm at Gunnar Helm. Somebody I didn't really care for out of Texas, but I mean, we'll see. But
I mean, this can't get much worse, really.
No. We even joked about like going to a bar and being like, "Hey, this is our buddy," and like saying names for Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I remember last year on the show. I remember being like, we played that game. Is this a country music singer? Or is this a Tennessee Titan receiver? And I think we got one wrong or something.
Right. So we definitely think McDaniel. Who else would you put on this list, if anybody, Muscles, that are probably on the hot seat here?
Definitely the guy that sticks out to me is definitely McDaniels. I mean, I think
Yeah.
his time's definitely
Aaron
numbered.
Glenn. Aaron Glenn's another one for me, and
Yes,
we're gonna
yes.
go over the Jets, and I have some stuff to say about that as well. But
Like there's that rumor about Kevin Stefanski. I don't believe that.
no,
I don't
I
believe
don't
that at
either.
all.
I don't
Um,
either.
Other than that, I don't. I mean, what about who's the coach of the Texans now? I'm drawing a blank.
It's my God, I can see his face, and I
Yeah, I
can't think
know.
of his.
I can
Um,
too.
he was with the 49ers. Oh my God, I can't think of the name. Yeah, maybe. I cannot think of his
I mean,
name.
that's the only other one that I would throw. That would be the only other one I'd throw in there. Oh, D'Amico Ryan. Yep,
Yep,
yep.
thank you, Mike. D'Amico Ryans. Yes, that's. But
And
yeah,
I really liked him the first
possibly.
year.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
did
liked
too.
him the first year, but yeah, the second year just kind of seems like, or this is what probably his third or fourth year now, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's not really his fault. They traded away the line, and I don't
yeah,
know.
you got to kind of adapt and stuff. I think that's possible. I think Aaron Glenn, that he's the main one that sticks out to me, along with Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel.
Yep.
So, but let's talk a little bit about some of last night's games here, Moss. And how do you feel about having two games on Monday night? I don't
I
like it
don't like it.
personally.
I don't either. I mean, the only thing I'll say is like, which it sucks for us. 'Cause, I mean, it was nice when I worked nights and I could stay up all night. Like I didn't mind the 7 o'clock and the 10 o'clock, but like now that
Yeah,
I'm on days and like go to bed at 10 o'clock, like
right.
I definitely don't want the 7 and 10 anymore. But I definitely don't like two going on at the same time because
Yeah.
you just too much going on.
I know. I'm trying to watch one game and go back to the other, and it just,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't like them both at the same time. It's terrible. I don't know who
It,
came up with that idea.
and I don't really like that it's not on the main slate either, like for DFS and stuff like that. Like, I
Yeah,
like having that
yeah,
other game. That kind of sucks because there were some really good matchups that we really liked. Like, obviously, Bijan against Buffalo. Buffalo hasn't been great against the run. Really like that matchup. And then, a lot of points to be had. I thought Roman Dunze would have a better game, but, kind of really underwhelmed there. But going into this Atlanta game, really, really surprised. And they beat the Bills here, Moss, and the Bills lose two in a row. They've had 5 turnovers in the past 2 weeks, 16 targets for Drake London. Michael Penix, we had him on the worry meter a couple episodes ago. Where are you at on Michael Penix right now?
it definitely looked a little bit better. I mean, they are coming off a bye. So I mean, they did have an extra week. They kind of prepared for this. I'm still worried a little bit. I mean, it does make me a little bit,
Right.
better, but I honestly don't believe I have any Penix shares. So
I traded a lot of mine away. Right now, KTC's quarterback 21, so one spot behind him, Daniel Jones. Who would you rather have there?
I'm actually oh man. I might say Daniel Jones, and that's kind of like, I don't know, it kind of feels dirty to say, but I think Daniel Jones might have this job.
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones, and we're gonna discuss him too. He could be that Sam Darnold, that Baker Mayfield. Not saying that he's gonna play at like such a high level, but I think he could have that resurgence of a career. He could go somewhere else, and it might be in Indianapolis, and I kind of want it to be.
That's what I was just gonna say. I honestly, I mean, it did work for Baker Mayfield. I think we said the same thing about Baker Mayfield. Like, oh, I just hope he just stays with Sean McVay. But like, Baker Mayfield had a resurgence. But I do hope, obviously, Daniel Jones and Indy doesn't have a Matt Stafford ahead of him. So
Yeah,
you know,
and Daniel Jones drafted 2019.
yeah,
This is kind of a crazy thing. Only 3 years older than Michael Penix, so
yeah. So
or Michael Penix, super senior or whatever.
Yeah. So Rome had a callback touchdown, Connor Anderson, deep shot.
Yeah, so yeah, I was going to discuss that here in the Chicago game. Yeah, there was that. I seen when Caleb completely missed him, he decided to run the ball. I can't remember if he ran or checked down, but Rome would have been free. It probably would have been like a 40-yard touchdown there too. So yeah, he definitely could have had a much better night, but a little bit disappointing. But that's kind of the thing with especially down the field guys, like, just miss on shots. Not saying that's all Rome does, but Caleb Williams, and we'll talk a little bit about Caleb here really soon, but some accuracy issues a little bit, and hopefully we can get that straightened up some. But yeah, I think I'm on Daniel Jones there too, Muscles. How about Trevor Lawrence or Penix?
Yeah, I think I'm on Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's going to be there. He's got the pedigree. Yeah.
How about Sam Darnold?
There, I'd probably lean Penix. I
That
think
one-
I think Darnold's days are numbered a little bit.
I feel like it. And he comes out and just performs.
I know.
And he doesn't look. It's not like he looks great. He just
does
performs.
enough. He just does
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, he does. And I mean, he does win them games.
Yeah,
So his days might not be numbered.
Yeah, I thought Sam Darnold would be worse than what he is. He's actually looked pretty damn good. So
Yeah.
I think I would trade Penix straight up for them guys. How about Bryce Young?
Boy. I don't know. Bryce Young's been kind of turning around a little bit. I'm still not really that in on him, but I might take Bryce Young there.
See, I think that's where I draw. I think I would probably go. I'd be the difference there and take
You
Penix.
go Penix. Okay.
Yeah,
I can't really blame you. They're
It's
both in the
close.
same draft class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that one does get a little bit closer for me, but maybe try to move off of him again. That's where I'm at with Penix for the most part. He's kind of in that tier.
And he's definitely like we haven't seen his injury bug rear its ugly head. So
and that's the thing. We weren't even necessarily worried. I didn't move off him because I was worried about the talent. I was more worried about the injuries.
Yep.
So yeah, you got to take that into consideration too, Moss. That's a good point. But Bijan goes off last night. We could sit here and say he's a running back one. I could read you a stat line, but what I would like to say, like, could he be that 1,000 guy? When a couple years ago, which DeAndre Swift, believe it or not, was a lot better than he is now, and it had a great game. But could Bijan be that 1,000 guy this year, Muscles? And if he is he in consideration for the MVP if he does that?
Yeah, I mean, he, like you said, we were all looking for DeAndre Swift a couple years ago to do it. He never did it, but I think this is probably the best opportunity, him or Gibbs. I don't know what Gibbs' receiving looks like this year, but I think Bijan's definitely the best chance, in a while to get it.
I think so too, and just how utilized they've been doing with him, getting him the ball in area, and we can see how he makes moves and can turn a regular supposed to get 4 or 5 yards into an 80-yard run.
Exactly.
I did see somebody post, they were like, does any other running back have the camera angles that Bijan Robinson has? It's like they know he's going to do it, so they just have cameras floating over top of him. And
that drone shot, that was kind of cool that one time.
Yeah, we made a TikTok, and I got some really cool ones that were drone type stuff. It just it makes it look so much better. But I mean, he's a stud to begin with. I'd fly a drone over him too. I'll just say that. He's so damn good.
I think if he leads the Falcons to a playoff berth, which I don't know the record off the top of my head, but like if he can lead them to a playoff berth, I mean, it'd be hard to not put him in consideration.
They're 3-2, so that's how I feel too. It just feels like this award always goes to a quarterback. We're gonna go over a couple other guys that we feel,
Barkley didn't get it last year, did he?
No.
I didn't think so.
I think he got Offensive Player of the Year. Who did Josh Allen get it last year?
Yeah, he did.
Josh Allen got it.
Now
I mean, then there was
that.
a lot of rumblings about Lamar not getting it because Lamar had a great season too. But
yep, now that you say that, I do remember that because everybody's mad about Lamar not getting it.
Yeah, when you do content like this, doesn't it get hard sometimes? It's like the years go together, and you're just like, damn, what year was that?
Yeah.
Like I can remember Daniel Jones getting drafted, like Tyler Murray, like
Yeah.
I mean, I remember other guys like Heath Miller and Ben Roethlisberger getting drafted that are obviously retired now. But so my key takeaway from this is somebody that did not really perform last night, and that's Kyle Pitts. He's still a buy low for me, Moss. I still think we need to go out and make offers for Kyle Pitts, and especially if you do believe in Penix and you believe that Penix is going to take a step forward here. But Kyle Pitts could definitely be on the move, and try to give up that second, and maybe he goes to the dream spot.
Yeah, Chargers or something. But yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, if the Falcons keep winning, maybe they'll keep them around. I surely hope not, but you just never know.
Yeah, no, you don't. But so here's a guy that we thought could go for 1,000 a couple years ago. DeAndre Swift finally has that breakout game, Muscles, and he's a player that I was really in on at cost. And closer to the season got when you started getting to them drafts, he wasn't near as affordable. But on KTC right now, he is running back 34. I think that's way too low for a guy that's in an offense that we really, really like. And for somebody that's getting the bulk of the work. I mean, they don't really use Roschon Johnson. Monungai, we like Monungai, but I think we just know what Monungai is. Like, he's solid, but he's not – I still don't think he's as good as DeAndre Swift. Now, I'm not saying DeAndre Swift is anything special, but we've seen that he can catch the ball. We already knew that. And if this line can start getting that push, DeAndre Swift is in for some really nice games.
Yeah, I mean, would you is he still in that second category? It just seems like he's like the James Conner, but like younger, where it's like every year it seems like you can get him for a second.
I think you can get him for a second. I really do, especially at running back 34. I mean, because we're starting to talk about guys. Alvin Kamara is one spot ahead of him. I would take DeAndre Swift all day there.
I would too.
And Bayshell Tutin's one spot ahead of him. So Jalen Warren, J.K. Dalton. So I think a lot of them guys are, second. Maybe you got to throw a little bit on top, but I don't think very much. But
no.
But he's solid. We just haven't seen him. Unfortunately, with DeAndre Swift, it's like, especially this year as well, we kind of see him. If he breaks through, he's not really doing nothing in the second level to have that long touchdown run. Like, obviously on the catch last night, we got to see him break that tackle and get in for a touchdown, which really propelled him. But, I think better days are ahead for Swift, man.
Yeah, I do too. Definitely thinks he did that on prime time. Now everybody's kind of in on it,
Yep. I don't know. There's a lot of people they don't like the Bears.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like Swift either. Like I know a lot of people that just like since day one for some odd reason, just never liked Swift and probably never will.
Nope. No, I know there's a lot of people like that, and they don't like Caleb Williams either. And Caleb Williams last night, as Mike said, missing Roma Dunze, and I just think he seemed a little bit off, man, and not all of it his fault. But there was some that like Zacchaeus going across the middle, slowing up on a route, and but he did. It's kind of been like this with Caleb Williams all year. And just hopefully he kind of gets on target a little bit here, but panic meter on that's still very low. It's like a 4.
Yeah.
He just putting up numbers.
I think eventually, he'll, and I don't know. I don't want to like try to change his style, but like I think eventually somebody's gonna try to make him be not a pocket passer, but like try to like say, hey, just kind of look to throw first. Like I think like he's just trying to do this backyard football stuff, and like, and it works in college, but a lot of times that doesn't translate into the NFL.
No, unless you're special. And that's what didn't really scare me because you do see a lot of the special guys doing that, but
Yeah, yeah.
you
I mean,
still
like
want them to.
it does work with Mahomes, like
Yeah,
like
it work. It
you do
works
see
with
him.
him, Lamar, Josh Allen, but like I get what you're saying. You still want to see them be able to run an NFL offense. Like you don't
Yeah,
want to see them go way too off game scripts, and I do see that with him at times where he's just running around, and but hopefully they kind of get that under control because that's what he did at USC all the time. I mean, the line was horrible. We've seen him, all the time getting taken hits, and we'll see. I don't think he's as special as what we kind of thought.
yeah.
Going out in the process, we were like, oh yeah, this guy could definitely be something real special. But I still think he's damn good.
Oh, he is. He is. Yeah, I'm still probably in on where his prices are, I would
Yeah.
say.
And just a little note I put in here: the Bears defense, we know they've been bad, but Kyler Gordon's been out, T.J. Edwards has been out, and we have to remember Jalen Johnson's on IR. They're hopeful that Jalen Johnson could actually be back at some point this year, and Grady Jarrett was out. So, like, a lot of people have been running on the Bears. We kind of seen stuff slow up a little bit last night with Gordon and TJ Edwards back in the lineup. So I think that's something we need to kind of take away here and, for betting purposes and stuff. Not saying you still can't run on the Bears. You definitely can. But, like, we've seen a huge game out of Ashton Genty. Like, there's a lot of people just destroyed the Bears. So kind of be cautious with that is what I'm saying.
Right.
So what are you doing with Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt muscles? Because I just sold him in a league. Now, I gave up Krosky Merritt, and I believe my late second and third for a first. Is that something that you would be interested in, or do you think he may be the guy kind of going forward, and maybe you're kind of holding him right now?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, if you're competing, I'd probably try to hold them for a little bit. I mean, if it's one of those where you bought them or drafted them and now it's like your season's not going the way you thought it was going to, yeah, I'd definitely try to sell him. I don't think he's the future. Like, I think this is just a kind of a 1-year deal, so to speak. I think probably in free agency, they'll probably go out and get somebody, or in the draft. I just don't see him being the franchise running back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't either. He seems like a great kid, and like I hope we're wrong. I hope we're
I do
wrong.
too. I do
the
too.
smiles, like I seen an interview with him after. Did you see him? Like just the way his demeanor and how he talks, like he's like, man, I'm so excited just to be out here. Like,
yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I really hope we're wrong, but yeah, and this is a league I am competing in. I felt like maybe I can use that first and kind of go somewhere else, but
yeah,
I mean, we'll see. I what I will say is I'm shocked that he had the workload that he did last night. I was a little bit concerned that they're gonna just be a three-headed monster. Now it kind of looks like they're kind of riding him and using some McNichols, and Chris Rodriguez didn't really get it. I don't think he actually had a touch. So
no, I don't think he did either. I saw that.
Yeah, I was actually really concerned about that. So what I will say is that I'm fine selling at that, but this isn't playing out so far. 1 week, we'll kind of see. Obviously, there's still a lot more to the season, how this kind of takes off.
It does look like he is the guy this season. I just don't see it going past this season. Unless, everybody just really rallies around him and says, hey, we don't want,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But let's go back to a long, long, long time ago. Last Thursday, Muscles, almost a week ago, where we got to see all kinds of fun TikTok videos on Cam Skattebo, where I know we all at work were laughing, stuff about CTE scared of Cam Skattebo. There are some really funny ones out there that definitely made me laugh, but Cam Skattebo, Muscles, we were kind of discussing him before the show, somebody that I felt like I kind of overpaid, and maybe I didn't now with some of the prices that you are seeing. Muscles, can you throw out some of the trades that you're seeing for Cam Skattebo? I'll let you get them pulled up there, but Love this guy, and I love how he plays ball, but these prices have been a little bit ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah, and this is like we always talk about when somebody goes out on prime time and either has great game or a shitty game. It's like people just react.
Bad.
And we were talking about it pre Thursday. I mean, because we were on looking at his football cards and like, man, we need to get in on this before like he blows up. And now it's I mean, you could have got one for $100, and now I can't find one for under 250. So
damn,
it blew up. So
I love Mike Allstott walks if Cam Scatterbo could run. I love it, Teixeira.
Yeah, the Power Hour intro is gonna have to have a Cam Scatterbo.
Yes, I got to get with SC. Yeah, I got to get Cam Scatterbo on there. We do have Mike Allstott, so if you guys didn't see the beginning, get on there and check out Mike Allstott's on there.
But yeah, I mean, going back to these trades, it's Cam Scatterbo in a second for Puka Nacua, Cam Scatterbo for Barkley and Addison. Cam Scatterbo for Tucker Kraft, a first and 2 seconds. Scatterbo for Hampton straight up. Let me try to say there's one for a first. Cam Scatterbo for Barkley straight up. Cam Scatterbo for James Cook straight up. Cam Scatterbo and a first for Malik Neighbors. Like, I don't just with this guy's running style. I mean, it's fun. It's fun as hell to watch. Don't get me wrong. And it's just like the Krosky Merritt thing. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope he has a long career. We get to watch him all the time. And but coming from an actual dynasty mindset where, we're putting our money on this. Are you putting your money on Cam Scatterbo having a long, 1,000 yards a year career for,
right. He runs to contact, and that's always
does.
worrisome for injuries. And, like you said, if we're putting our money, we're trying to put our mouths where our money is, right? Like,
right.
Hey, the chances of injury here got to be high. Like, they got to be high. So, and we got to remember, he already dealt with a hamstring injury preseason.
Yeah. So Jacobs or Scatterbo? I think I'm still Jacobs on that.
Yeah, one. That I see that from Dynasty Dog Mike here. I don't. You know what? I think I'm Scatterbo, and
okay.
The reason why is because the prices that you're getting for Scatterbo.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
production wise, Jacobs,
yeah.
but like. Josh Jacobs is kind of that guy that nobody likes either. All he does is go out and performs, and it feels like nobody likes Josh Jacobs, does it?
No. I mean,
it's that artificial dynasty value. Like I love Cam Scatterbo; he's doing a great job, but like nobody's paying that for Josh Jacobs, so that's why I have to lean Scatterbo.
That's true.
From that point, if we're talking from a production standpoint, I would say Jacobs.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, what's Jacobs like minus 200 every week for a touchdown? Like all he does like it's crazy.
Does is score touchdowns, dude, and he's catching the ball some too. Like he's actually getting involved in pass catching. What's up, Rich? Thanks for tuning in, man.
What's happening?
But yeah, it's nice to see the Giants still have a little bit of a pulse here. Like obviously losing Malik Neighbors is just devastating to your team, and Dable's holding on, man. Like you're just talking about coaches possibly being fired, and that's a name that we didn't list because I don't believe he is. Like I believe, he's out here. They really competed with Dallas, damn near won that game, almost fucked up our parlay, but they, just I think that's something you got to kind of take away from there, that they're really trying. And another guy here, Jackson Dart, who's high-fiving refs. He's having fun. This is something that we talked about, Muscles. Like, and that's how I kind of feel like, if you guys are tuning into this show, we're having fun. And we've been winning for the most part. Like I said, last week's a little bit rough for us, but we've been winning, man. Like, we've been doing really good, in all of our leagues and bets and everything like that. And I think the main thing that I can take away from that is this is the most fun that I've had in Dynasty Fantasy Football, betting, DFS in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just having a good time doing it, like going out, meeting people, talking to people. So it's nice to see the Giants doing that. Like they're having a leader in Jackson Dart that's like, hey guys, we're good. Like, don't worry about it. Running the ball, like I love seeing that.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
when you're the Giants and like it's like the media. When you're a New York team, the media is massive on you.
that's the bad thing though. As soon as it starts to go south,
Yeah.
you know the media is gonna rip them two apart. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're down by 21 points, and Jackson Dart's over there, smiling or cracking jokes, and
Right.
that's gonna be
And that's
the
when things could definitely turn. And I hope they don't. Like I hope they have a good
right,
attitude. I think they have
yeah,
some winnable games here, and any game's winnable right now because the Philadelphia Eagles have been bad. They've been bad.
yeah.
Saquon Barkley's been bad. Before we get into the Eagles here, Jackson Dart, where would you have him, Muscles? Like, where do we think it's appropriate to rank Jackson Dart right now? Because I don't want to overreact, but
I
he
don't
has been
either.
playing. He's been playing good damn games. Let me ask you this: would you put him over Cam Ward? Would Jackson Dart be your quarterback one if you went back and drafted again?
I don't think I could.
You don't think you could?
I think I'd still have Cam Ward. I mean,
Casey,
Jackson Dart's like he's had good, I think, NFL performances, but which I mean he's got the rushing upside, but I just off the top of my head, I don't think he's had like big games,
no.
like that's the thing, and like I think Cam Ward's got a good ceiling. Now Jackson Dart does have the rushing upside, which is nice, but
Yeah.
I just haven't seen like the big numbers yet.
Right. Teixeira asked Jackson Dart or Jalen Hurts in Dynasty. I'm way Jalen Hurts there.
Oh yeah.
On that
Yep.
Bus.
Yep.
But yeah, actually Jackson Dart, coming in here, KTC quarterback 13 feels very high for me.
I was wrong. He's had over 20-point performances since he's took over.
Yeah, but a lot of it
21.
has been fueled by rushing, which I'm not opposed to that. Like I'm fine
Right.
with that. I'm definitely fine
Yeah.
with that because if we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts, it's been the same thing.
I was wrong. I might actually take Dart over Ward now.
Yeah,
I did not realize that he actually was putting up that many points.
I think I'm there too. And
Yeah.
KTC has Ward clean back at 19. So let's kind of go through the middle here. So we have a 13 and 19. So let's go ahead. Would you take Kyler Murray or Jackson Dart?
I think I'm still on Murray, even though I don't know if you heard, like everybody, like his old teammates are calling him out now. And
yeah, I don't know why he missed a game. Why was he out? Like the ball snapped last week or whatever, hit him in the head, and like he missed some time. he came back out, I believe, and just didn't play.
I don't know. I mean, Kyler Murray's probably the wrong answer there, but I just still feel like Kyler Murray has got to show something at some point. I did hear or see a stat where he hasn't been over quarterback 16 yet this year, like in a single week.
He's been horrible, and he's not running as much. Like I'm very disappointed on Kyler. Like, and we want to talk about sells. I don't want to sell him because it's probably like an all-time low. But this is something that I mentioned before. I have a buddy in Arizona, and he's like, Kyler ain't it, man. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett had him, damn near beat the Colts. So think about it. You're paying Kyler all that money, and Brissett's getting like $5 million a year to back up. But Jared Goff easily for me over Dart. How about you?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
I'm still on Dak. Brock Purdy.
I might go Dart there.
That one's getting close for me. I don't mind Dart there. How about CJ Stroud?
That's gonna pain me because I love CJ Stroud, but he just hasn't done shit lately, and he just has no rushing upside. I might go Dart.
That makes it close for me. I think I'd probably have him right around quarterback 6 17, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm still on CJ Stroud. I think I'm still on Brock Purdy because I don't want to completely discount him. He's been hurt. He's been hurt.
He
all
has
year.
been hurt, yeah. And honestly, I mean, look at his receipt. I mean, Kittle's been out. Like, Brandon Ayuk's been out. Pearsall.
Right. And the thing is with Purdy is like, I like him, but we know the receivers. We know the offense fuels him too. Like, we're not like, oh, Brock Purdy has the greatest arm or Brock Purdy's so athletic. We know the guys around him fuel him. And what I will say with Brock Purdy that does worry me is Christian McCaffrey. I don't think, he's catching the ball well, but he doesn't look good between the tackles. He had his first rushing touchdown of the year this week. So
yeah, and that's crazy to say.
Yeah, just nothing after contact. I think Christian McCaffrey's a huge sell in Dynasty for me. We want to take something away. I think that's probably my main takeaway. Enjoy the catches. That's fine. I have him in Scott Fishbowl. I have him in a lot of big-time leagues that are redraft leagues. So I'm not trading him, of course, but Dynasty-wise, I think now is probably the time I'm looking to get out if I have him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're probably a little bit lower on Dart, compared to KTC or maybe consensus, honestly, if we're throwing Jalen Hurts out there. But let's talk about the Eagles real quick. So panic meter on Saquon Barkley. What's your panic meter on him, Muscles? This is something that like we did discuss where we're like, hey, coming off this workload, we're looking at history and it's not good.
Yeah, I really don't have many shares of them, but yeah, it's definitely got to be up there. Now, granted, it was his old team. Us being on the western side of PA, we don't really get a lot of Eagles games, but that was one of the Eagles games that I sat there and watched, and he couldn't get anything going.
No, at first, it looked like it was like, okay, here we go. He had like 30 yards or something, then nothing.
Just nothing. So it's got to be. I don't know if it's the line. That's one thing I haven't I don't know. You might know more than I do if they got new linemen or they lost the line. I mean, obviously.
What's his name? Mike, if you're still in here, he was hurt. Landon Dickerson, I know he's banged up. Teixeira, yes, that's something that we discussed too. And a lot of people, Adam, if you're in the chat, I don't think you are yet because I think he's at basketball. But the Madden curse, man, it's real. It's something that he argued with us about, Muscles.
Yeah, and it's definitely. What is Barkley on the year? Let me look him up real quick. I don't even know what is.
Yeah. Right now, KTC is running back 10, so definitely took a fall here. I think with Barkley,
he's running back 12. So I mean,
I gotta say he's probably a solid hold though, just because he's 28 years old. Will be 29. I still think he probably has something left. I just don't know. I could still see it being right around this 10 mark instead of like the ceiling of the ones.
I mean, he does have one game where his yards per carry is 5 yards, but most of the time his yards per carry is like 2 or 3 yards a carry. He does have one game where it's 4.
But really, he's been surviving on pass catching. If you look, how many receptions I know he's been more involved in.
What's he have here? He has 19 receptions on the year for 137 yards.
Yeah, so like that's been kind of propelling him a little bit.
Yeah, 3.42 yards per carry this year as a whole. So just not.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know the whole line situation. Maybe it's but definitely doesn't look like he could have got anything going against the Giants, which the Giants do have a really good front seven.
They do, but they're almost like they're almost like more pass rushing though. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like smaller, really fast, and they still can tackle, but like I felt like that was a beatable game for Barkley. Like I felt like it was a good matchup.
Yeah.
We seen Amari in Hampton. I mean, he torched them.
No, that's true. That's true. We did see that.
But we'll see. I think the panic meter for me has got to be like a 7.
Oh yeah, it's got to be up there.
It's
I don't remember everybody, but I do remember when McCaffrey had that 400 touch season, and then the next season there was that article, and I remember reading it, and it was
Yeah.
like basically every running back that has 400 touches the next year, it's not good.
No, it's not. But I mean, so before we get into the next part here, I want to talk about who sponsors the show. And you see the rabbit in the corner as always, and that's Fast Draft. So go to the Fast Draft app, use the promo code POWER. They will match you if you're a first-time depositor up to $50. Muscles, we struggled a little bit this week with Fast Draft.
Oh
But
man,
we're gonna get right back on track this week. I have no doubts about that. But
yep,
you get best ball in the summer. Woo, we love that. We love our best ball.
yep,
But you get DFS right now. Like, and you go in there, you can set your boosters. Another key thing that they did, they went from 10-man, you draft with 10 guys in the room, down to 8. So that way we can get these drafts going even faster. So they fill
yeah,
up faster. Just one thing I will say, you go in there and make sure these guys that aren't playing, and if you're drafting right now, it's a little bit risky because sometimes you can get good ADP with guys that are questionable, but it can also burn you too. But if you go to that turbo mode, make sure that the guys that are out or you don't want, put them down there so you don't get stuck.
yeah. Because I mean,
We
me
did
and you
see
have
that
been in
happen.
drafts. Yeah, me and you have been in drafts where like it doesn't show them on the clock, and then on your phone it's like I'm on the clock and I can't select. So I mean, it's a great app, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here, but yeah, it's one of those where you definitely want to queue up people, and you definitely want to get those people that are out slash
Because they are
doubtful.
fast.
Yes, they
they're
are
fast. But that's the way that we like them is fast. So go over to Fast Draft, use that promo code POWER. They will match you first time deposit up to $50. Guys, let's talk about Justin Fields. So Justin Fields, 9 for 17, 45 yards. Net passing, because he was sacked 9 times. 9 times in this game. So his net passing yards were -10 on the week. So horrible performance from Justin Fields, Muscles. One of my key takeaways, and this is going to surprise a lot of people now, dynasty-wise, you got to be nervous because what's going to happen. But Aaron Glenn came out and has said Fields has shown promise in previous performances. I've watched a lot of Jets games this year. I don't know why. They're just always on, so I've watched them and watched them really well. I've won a lot because of consolidated targets with Garrett Wilson and using Breece Hall. But for me, if he's dropped in redraft leagues or you can get him cheap, like really cheap in Dynasty, Aaron Glenn has came out and said he's a guy. So I don't need to hear anything more. He's got great matchups coming up. I think for me, Justin Fields is probably a really, really buy low guy where, okay, if you're spending a late second or an early third now,
Yeah, I'm
you know
all
what I
about
mean?
it.
Yeah,
I'm all about it. It's one of the, I mean, when did he do it? He did it not in prime time, but you get what I'm saying. Like he did it on national TV. So I'm right there with you. Like when there is dips on these guys, and like I think it was Aaron Glenn that said, like some people just have bad performances. Like we've seen it from other people, and like I don't want to stick up for Aaron Glenn because I don't think he's a good coach, but like he is right. He is right. Like I mean that was an historically bad game.
It was.
But at the same time, like we've seen a little bit of highs out of Justin Fields this year. We know that's not Justin Fields. And credit to the Denver defense, the Denver the pass rush on Denver is pretty good. Like the games that I've got to watch, they do have a really good pass rush. So
yeah, they do. And my whole takeaway is like, I know it looks like they've been in some games. A lot of it is garbage time. The only one I'll say that was not garbage time was the Steelers game.
Mm-hmm.
But here's his performances so far. So 31 points, 3.9, where he got hurt. That was against Buffalo. Then he missed the Tampa Bay game. Miami, 29. Dallas, 29. And then obviously the 4.9 here, the bad performance. But quarterback 16 for fantasy on the year. And he's missed a game. So he's averaging 18.2 points per game. I look at Justin Fields, and yes, I am worried about the long term, but we buy rental players all the time. We don't
Yep.
care if the Jets suck. All as I needed to hear was Aaron Glenn say he's still the guy. That's all I needed to hear. If he would have came out and said we're going to turn to Tyrod Taylor, then okay, yeah, that sucks. But here's some of his matchups coming up too as well, Muscles. He gets Carolina, Cincinnati, bye week. Cleveland's going to be tough. New England, Baltimore, Atlanta, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans. Very good matchups. Now it
Very
does
good
suck.
matchups.
Garrett Wilson is going to miss some time here. This is something else I don't get. They're being very vague with a lot of these. Puka Nakua, Emeka Ibuka, all these guys, they are being very vague, like going to miss some time. Well, is he going to IR? Is he out a week? Is he out 2 weeks? Like, I don't know. So,
Yeah.
but I still think Fields can get it done with his legs. I do, and I don't know who's going to step up. We've seen Mason Taylor look a little bit better, but I'm still in on Fields' muscles, and I think we need to really watch, especially in some redraft leagues. I think people are going to drop him.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, we know a lot of people are just Justin Fields haters in general, and
Yeah,
like I said, him doing that on prime time is the perfect opportunity. I'm gonna go in every league right now and probably offer a second just to see. I mean,
yeah. Like I said, we buy rental players all the time. Like we'll go out and buy Keenan Allen for a late second, early third, not an early third, but a third round pick, and we know that like it's coming to an end. So why not buy quarterback 16?
Yeah.
in what 6-5 games?
yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of how I look at it, man. I think now's the time I
he
think
had that bad performance,
yeah,
obviously against Denver, but what is he on the year? I mean, overall, you had that. I can bring it
quarterback
up here.
16.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like,
Yeah.
he had a historically bad game where he put up 0.4, and he's actually had a bad game against Buffalo too, and he's still quarterback 16. So
And,
like,
and he missed a game against Tampa Bay.
yeah. So what's that tell you?
Yeah, that
He might not be a good NFL quarterback, but for fantasy
no.
purposes,
And,
that's all we need.
And that's what I try to explain to people. I don't care if the Jets lose games. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want fantasy points. Like
Yep.
if you're attached to the Jets, I'm sorry. He's been a disappointment. It's not looking good for you guys. But for my fantasy teams, the quarterback 2, quarterback 3, I'm smiling, man. I'm smiling and I'm buying. So
Yep.
kind of my takeaways with Justin Fields. Well, I think we need to just see, like I said, obviously it's early in the week. I'm going to say Garrett Wilson definitely isn't playing this week. Miss some time. We'll see multiple weeks, whatever. But Brees Hall, is he possibly moved? I think that's a prime candidate for people that are looking for a running back in the NFL. But
do you think the Steelers get a receiver? Because I don't know if you saw that news. Of course.
I did. I did. So we'll kind of see what happens with the Steelers. Maybe George Pickens is available, Muscles.
Yeah, that'd be good. Could you imagine him in the Steelers uniform?
Yeah. Huh. We've only been saying he's how good. Oh, he's a head case. He's a head case. Antonio Brown was the biggest head case, and you bring in Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that is true.
They make no damn sense. But yeah, it was a very ugly, low-scoring game. But let's look at another ugly, low-scoring game here. In that Baltimore game where we thought Puka Nakua could possibly go pretty wild, we were a little bit worried that the Rams would go away with it, but obviously hurt right away. I think this is a big uptick for Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams, and I think Jordan Whittington's probably your redraft waiver wire guy that's going to step into this spot here. What do you think about that, Muscles?
Yep, couldn't agree more. Last I heard is a Puka Nakua probably week 10 comeback. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a couple weeks. I've been playing in a lot of leagues with a lot of people that have definitely overreact quick and get panicky. So
yeah,
definitely
some offers.
See if maybe you can tear up and get Puka on cheap.
Yeah,
when you trade.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so we're dealing with a Garrett Wilson injury, a Puka Nakua injury, and an Emeka Ibuka injury. So
Yeah.
guys that have been mega producers, right? So the people that have traded Malik Neighbors for these guys straight up, well, I wonder how they're feeling now. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Now that
know.
production's gone, you've lost production for the next possibly 3 to 4 weeks. It
Yep.
don't look so bad now, does it? Like it's funny how fantasy. This is why I play Dynasty more as like a redraft anymore, because like I mean to a point, but I take advantage of it to that point as like, you know,
Right.
there's opportunities to buy Malik Neighbors, and now you just sold Malik Neighbors at a discount to another guy, which for granted I would still take Puka Nakua, I think, over. Ooh, that's close. That does make it closer
That is
now.
close. Yeah.
But
that is
I was
close.
still taking Puka over him because I mean he's been tremendous this year. But the other guys, I think that kind of shows you, you know, personally.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I showed you the chat that one time. Somebody traded Ted McMillan for Neighbor straight up, and everybody like dogged him. And then Ted had the 2 touchdowns, and he's like in the chat, like just going crazy. Oh, I kept everybody's receipts, and we're all like, the one guy's like, "Congratulations, he had 3 catches for 2 touchdowns." Like,
in like 10 yards.
yeah. But he was literally in the chat, like, "Oh, I kept everybody's receipts," and I'm like, "Listen,
Can't make it up, man.
Ted McMillan might be good someday, but like, just
He's
I
not
wouldn't.
Malik.
He's not Malik Neighbors, and I wouldn't be victory lapping over 2 or 3 catches, 2 touchdowns at 10 yards. Like,
No.
oh
No,
my. But
I
like,
do
this
remember
is
you saying about
I
that.
don't know. Like, this is just everybody just is. I don't know. I don't know the word for it, but like everybody's just like reactionary all of a sudden.
It unfortunately, a lot of social media, I think a lot of content creators have, I think it's a lot of like people want to win now, win now, win
Yeah.
now. So a
Yeah.
lot of content is driven to winning now, which that's fine. Obviously, that's the goal, is to win the game. It is,
Yep.
but you also it don't always work like that. Like, you know, you can't help injuries. You know, we have to come out here and give you what we see. Honestly, is what and you determine, do you want to make that move for this player? That's kind of what we can say.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we could go out, if you built a team you thought was win now and drafted Travis Kelce, you're not looking hot. You're not looking hot right now. If you drafted Derrick Henry, you're not looking great right now. Like, you know, them are obviously, we could say they were win now pieces that didn't hit, and you lost completely all value.
Mm-hmm. That's why we say it. Like, when you get a chance to win, because you could have went into this year with Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers, Jamar Chase, you know, Malik Neighbors, and been like, "Yep, it's okay. I'll get him next year." And look at this year, like, just,
exactly, dude. Exactly. That's where you got to be aggressive and try to win. That what Dirty Points, is it Dirty Points Dynasty or whatever? I won 2 years in a row. My team is absolute shit this year. I don't think I've won a game, so I went for it.
Yeah.
My guys are done. Like, that's all I had.
That happens.
But let's talk about, this is one that surprised me. Dallas losing to Carolina here, but you know, we talked about 3 guys we feel could be MVP candidates, and this is one of them for me, and that's Dak Prescott, which I think the only thing that's really keeping him away is just the 2 wins. And then if he would have went into Green Bay, I think it would be better conversation, but he has 1,617 yards, trying to say that, 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, 1 more on the ground. Dak has been phenomenal, and this played out how I think a lot of people thought and how we thought. Horrible defense propelled by Dak Prescott throwing the ball, and he hasn't even had CeeDee Lamb for multiple weeks. So CeeDee Lamb could be back. Guys like Turbin have stepped up, and George Pickens has been that guy that stepped up, and just a phenomenal addition here for Dallas.
Yeah, you're definitely right. He definitely should be, like you said, in MVP consideration. It's you said his odds are like the same as Aaron Rodgers, and named as somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but
Yeah, let me see if I can find that again real quick because I did tweet that out. I couldn't believe that the odds were, like that for him. Okay, so yeah, so Dak Prescott was plus 4,500. Aaron Rodgers was plus 4,500. Daniel Jones is plus 4,500.
which Daniel Jones, like, as crazy as that is, I mean, what did we expect from the Colts this year?
I don't know, man. I didn't expect this. I mean, I
mean,
know you were really high on Jonathan Taylor going into the season, and that's been phenomenal for you.
Yeah,
I was a little bit lower on Jonathan Taylor.
I drafted him in just about every redraft league, and that has taken off and paid dividends. But that's yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones has turned around this team. So I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think he's MVP or anything, but he definitely should get like comeback player of the year. I mean, that's definitely one that definitely he deserves something. I mean,
yeah, he definitely does. I just felt I thought that was kind of wild. Plus 4,500. Just unfortunately, I just don't think Dallas will be good enough to maybe make it into the playoffs. The defense is so damn bad, but if they somehow were able to, I think them odds, could you get, I've never bet on these. I don't think we can in PA. I just found these on an article, but like, could you get a cash out? You know what I mean? If they start winning games,
yeah,
maybe you
and
cash out.
I do believe we can. Yeah, we can bet on those.
I couldn't find them anywhere.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I could not find them.
I could bet on them preseason. I don't know. Maybe
you can't in season, and that's where they were at the end season. I don't know.
It could be. I'm not sure, but
they would almost have to be in season because why would Daniel Jones even be on the list?
Yeah. So it's hard to tell because I do the same thing with NASCAR. Like you just get long shots and hope they make the playoffs, and then you cash out.
Yeah.
So
one more takeaway here. Jaden Blue, somebody we weren't necessarily really on, but I think could see a little more time. Miles Sanders, I don't know if anybody, Muscles, I don't know if you've seen this, goes to IR. He is going to miss the rest of the season. But we had a little revenge game here for Rico Dwaddle. So he has back-to-back 200-yard games. I've said it before. Could Rico be on the move for Carolina? I don't necessarily think so anymore. Maybe Chuba Hubbard is. I think Rico, he might be the new starter here for the Carolina Panthers, even if they're smash matchups. I know they're great matchups. Against Dallas here, and it was Miami last week. Still 200 total yards 2 weeks in a row. I think that's going to be hard for Carolina to turn away from that.
Yeah, I know they paid Chuba, so I don't know if they could trade him.
It'd be tough. They might have to take some salary there.
Yeah, they probably have to eat some salary. But yeah, I mean, Rico's been crazy. I mean, if you can somehow go get him, I think that probably the time's probably about done. But this could be one of them times where like Chuba Hubbard had a couple weeks where like people weren't believing it, and then and then all of a sudden it was like Chuba time's here. So there still might be a buying window.
Let me just say this: last week I would have sold for a third just because I'm like, Chuba's going to be back. So there still might be some people that believe that.
Yeah. So if you're a contender, yeah, I'm all about it because Carolina, if they were smart, they'd deal one of them.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think they kind of knew because they dealt Adam Thielen so fast, and maybe they kind of know that they're not like legit contenders.
Oh yeah, because I mean, look at how many teams are without a running back right now, or could use a running back. So I definitely think that they'll be hopefully trying to move one of them.
Yeah, I definitely do too. Another receiver, I forgot to mention this, that's out too. It's kind of random here, but Marvin Harrison Jr. exited early with a concussion, so something we got to keep an eye on there. But in another injury as well, Anthony Richardson. I don't mean to laugh at this, but holy damn, like he's a fucking stretch band. He's First of all, why are you warming up, bro? You're not going in the game. Like,
Oh
put
man,
the stretch
yeah,
band down. He hits himself, breaks his orbital eye. Like that
that had
dude
to have
just,
hurt.
oh, it definitely had to have hurt. He's just, something always happens to this guy.
Yeah, that's just bad luck there. I remember just being a Pirates fan. AJ Burnett, that's what happened to AJ Burnett that one year.
Phew.
He took a foul ball. He was trying to bunt. And he took a foul ball off the eye and
Yeah.
broke his orbital bone. So it's definitely. I remember he was out for a while. So it's a scary injury.
Yeah, he's going to be out the rest of the year. I did say that which was already kind of wild before this happened. Riley Leonard became the quote unquote backup to Daniel Jones. So he already fell down the depth chart. And then this happened. And like, it's just weird things, but it's still working. It's working for the Colts. A.D. Mitchell was a healthy scratch. So like,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild. Like, I don't know, just some crazy things happening here, but tough break for both them guys, really.
So would you go out and try to buy Anthony Richardson right now? Or
No.
are we still there?
I'm not. I honestly, I really haven't been, man.
I really honestly haven't either, but like, is it to the point where it's long gone? Are we but like the old Ray G thing? Are we buying the dip on the Titanic, or are we like, I don't know, like if you had Aaron Rodgers, like this is Aaron Rodgers' swan song. I think I'm just trying to get a second for him, but like,
I
don't
think I'd
even
rather
know.
sell for like even a Mac Jones, a Jalen Milroe. Like
Yeah, I think Anthony Richardson is just like long gone. Like I don't know if he's even worth a third at this point.
I wouldn't pay a third for him.
No,
I wouldn't.
This might be it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, you're not getting. I kind of want to see where he's at here on KTC, because like, here's the thing: is there some way that you can get like a Shedeur Sanders? He's ahead of Shedeur Sanders on KTC, which I think's wild. I don't think you could do that, but Shedeur Sanders, somebody I'm very interested in. I think, watching some of that Steelers game, Dylan Gabriel threw the ball a ton, just not down the field, like literally at all. They need to turn to Shedeur here, and I think they're going to.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the trade browser right now. Anthony Richardson and a third for a second. Like I'm not there. Richardson and a third for Flacco. I mean, if I had Flacco, I'd take a gamble on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another one. Anthony Richardson for Flacco straight up. I mean, if you had Flacco, would you?
I don't really want either.
I don't either, but I mean, at least Richardson's 23
right.
years old.
If there's any kind of hope, say he goes here and
Yeah,
because I don't want to be a hater. Like, I don't want to tie my heart to him, like, oh, he sucks, because it's not how you should play. I just don't. Because here's the thing, man, he can't throw the ball good at all. His one thing he can do, he's super, super athletic, but he's always hurt.
I know.
Like, the one thing that you're really good at in running the ball, as soon as something always happens, man. Like, I
know. It's a shame. It's a shame.
I would love to use Anthony Richardson for somebody that doesn't necessarily believe in him, even throw in something else. And I really like my main guy I'm targeting this week, Shedeur Sanders. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, we come Friday, Shedeur Sanders has been named a starter for the Browns. Like, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok where these people bet $10,000 if Shedeur takes a snap last week, and they were like, they were like live streaming it. They're like, "Come on, Cleveland, put Shedeur in," but they didn't. But I can't remember what the group was called. I've seen them before, but it was just
wild.
It was just kind of funny. Like they were like, "Oh, they're gonna bring him in for the kneel down," and they did.
Oh man, that's wild. But Kamani Vidal, somebody that we said we thought could lead the backfield muscles, 124 rush yards, 14 and a touchdown receiving. this is something that we mentioned too. Probably a screaming sell. I mean, the Chargers
Oh
came
yeah.
out and said that they really want to try to bring somebody in here, whoever that is. I mean, it could be. I just don't think Alvin Kamara's moved. I think that's what a lot of people are like. Oh, Kamara. But
I saw that report that said they're not looking to sell him. But then again, like if I was the Saints, I'd say the same thing. Like even if you
right.
were, you say that to try to get people to, you know.
I just feel like it could be Breeze. It could be Breeze Hall, which would be
Yep.
great. Or I mean, it could be as simple as
Yeah.
something like Elijah Mitchell, just to throw out a name, or
Yep.
somebody that just not really
And
completely relevant.
exactly. Yeah, I don't get my hopes up because it just seems like the NFL just doesn't. There's not like a lot of blockbuster trades
Mm-mm.
at the deadline. There's a lot of like little ones and
Dynasty wise, would you sell Vidal? I mean, obviously we're selling him for a second. Would you sell him for
yep.
a third?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously after the deadline, I think if they bring somebody in, basically he goes back to being
Yeah.
probably cuttable. So I mean, if you could get a third, I mean, I'm with you. I'm trying to get a second. If you can get a second, absolutely. If you can't, I think I'd sell him for a third.
I think we're gonna have to get. I think he's one of them players we're gonna have to get creative with. I think we're gonna have to give up him and a third to get a second.
Yeah,
I think could we use him and a third and get Rico Dwaddle?
Could you go get Shador, you think?
Oh yeah, could you give him and a third and get Shador? Could you give him and a second and get Shador? Like,
yeah,
would you give up a second for Shador? Is that too much? Like, I don't necessarily think it is, because once he's kind of one of them other names that like nobody likes Gabriel, everybody likes Shador, which whatever, but like, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to see, but then there's a lot of like people that hate Shador too. So like,
right.
it kind of just depends, like, I guess. So
yeah, so it's just
get creative with it.
Get creative.
Don't just take a third. Try to get creative. Get that second. Get that player you want.
Yeah, somebody offered me. Somebody wanted to give me Vidal for like Jaden Higgins, and I was like, I definitely like. I don't hate the game there. Like I get what he's trying to do. You know, sell high on a guy that. You know, obviously I declined it because dynasty mindset. I'm like, Higgins could eventually do something, but like, see what that guy was supposed to do. I mean, or was trying to do. I get it. Like that guy was like, oh, let's take a gamble here on,
Yeah. I mean,
so
I would even like to move him, try to get Caleb Johnson from the Steelers or something, like,
yeah. I don't
somebody
mind
that
that
just
either.
hasn't done much, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of see what happens there. But I think that's going to be a little bit of a long shot. But going to this backfield here, so this takeaway for me, this whole Travion Henderson thing, and I've been asked, I don't know what to tell you guys. He's obviously the better back. They don't play him. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this situation, because Ramondre Stevenson fumbles all the time. Antonio Gibson fumbles, and obviously tore his ACL and is out the rest of the year. So we think, okay, Henderson's going to get more of a snap share. Still 30% snap share. Ramondre Stevenson averages 2.2 yards per carry, and I don't know. It's clear cut, but it's not. I guess just believe in a talent. Like, I'm holding Travion. I'm buying him at a discount, but like, I'm not starting him until we see something more.
And it's crazy too, because like Drake May is quarterback 5 on the year, and like the Patriots are, they're winning some ball games, but like I don't want to say that they could be Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo, but like this, like Drake May and Travion Henderson could be a duo that, definitely could win some ball games. I don't get it.
Yeah, they drafted him high in the second round. Like, this guy is somebody that, like, we were like, hey, he can pass protect. Like, we really like this about his game. He's not an every down back, and that's fine. You want to put Stevenson in, but a 30% snap share is just not going to cut it. Like,
no.
we need to be patient as dynasty players, and we need to hold. But this week of saying, I come out here and say that it's Travion Henderson week, baby, this week, like, We
Yeah.
can't do that anymore. Like I put my own money on Travion and I lost. So like
Yep.
I'm telling you guys, it's a bad bet. Like I'm not betting unders either because the week we fucking bet the under, they are gonna throw him out there. So
Yep.
staying
You're
away from
exactly
all
right.
Travion Henderson bets and best ball and until we see something.
Let them beat us one week, and then
Yep, and then we can
And
jump on.
until that happens, I mean, definitely keep him in your player pool as far as like going out and trying to trade for. I mean, sometimes
Yes.
these contenders, maybe maybe you can give up somebody and get Henderson back. Somebody that's producing right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think that's a really good point too, Muscles. In similar situations as Kenneth Walker, I've been really high on Kenneth Walker. I don't know what to say. He has more yards per carry. I mean, Charbonnet 2.6 yards per carry. You see that. You watch the game, you can clearly tell. That like Kenneth Walker's the more explosive back, and Zach Charbonnet is more of a gap runner than he is a zone runner, and that's why this offense fit Kenneth Walker better. This is all the analysis that I had in the offseason that just completely the coaches don't do it, but they're winning games, so I don't think it's going to change. So Kenneth Walker,
right.
He's still a running back too, but you're still disappointed in what you got.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in Seattle there. It's just all crazy because like I love Charbonnet, but he's just not.
Yeah.
He's just not it. As much as I love him, he's 2 point something yards a carry.
He doesn't fit the offense well. I don't think he's a shit player. He's a gap runner, man. He's a strong downhill runner. He's going to find small creases and he can catch the ball, but it just doesn't fit him that well.
No, Kenneth Walker's definitely the better runner there. I don't know what they're seeing.
So, as you mentioned earlier, Muscles, the Steelers looking to add a receiver. Is there somebody that you think that you have your eye on? You're like, hey, I think the Steelers could make this move, and they could be in Pittsburgh here.
Let me bring up the standings real quick. What do we got? So
I'll give you my answer. Alan Lazard.
Oh God.
Call up Randall Cobb from get him back on the field here.
What's Ridley's contract like?
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like they just no. I think they just signed him to a really big deal.
Okay, that's what I figured. Obviously Olave's name keeps coming out there.
I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't either. The Cardinals don't really. I was just looking at teams that were like obviously out of contention. The Jets, obviously, they're not dealing with Garrett Wilson.
I think they need that like over the middle slot type guy. Like DK is your down the field. I mean, he can still win, midfield too.
Yeah, it'll probably end up being like Christian Kirk or somebody from Houston.
Yeah.
That's probably who it's gonna be.
I'm gonna throw one out there too. How about Jacoby Myers? He's really.
I was actually just looking at the Raiders. I was like, Jacoby Myers would be. I would actually really like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jacoby Myers there either. I think that could maybe be a little bit of a sneaky one. Yeah. Wanted paid and kind of just underwhelmed a little bit so far. So maybe a name to watch out for it. I think it would fit well.
That'd be a great compliment to DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I do too. I think that would actually fit pretty well as well here. But let's just touch on Baker real quick. So I think Mahomes is probably the MVP leader, but I would say Baker's number 2, and I think you could make an argument for number 1. I mean, they're 5-1 now. I mean, this is a team, Muscles, that we said, hey, it could be a little bit of a slow start here. Then Mike Evans gets hurt. Now Emeka Ibuka's hurt. He still overcame, beat San Francisco. Baker, man, no Bucky Irving. To start out, they were missing their left tackle, Wirfs. They were missing Tristan Wirfs. So
yeah,
he's overcame literally like everything. So, and then, even whenever we were live, they were playing, was it Atlanta? They went for 2. Is that the one they didn't get?
I think so. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was their loss. So
Yep.
they were right in that game as well. So Baker for MVP. Is it gonna happen? Could it happen?
So I actually just pulled it up. DraftKings does have, or we could bet it. Baker Mayfield's plus 300. He's right now in second, below,
Oh,
just right behind Patrick Mahomes. So it's plus
yeah.
300. I don't mind it at all. That would be my vote if I was, uh, yeah, if I was casting my vote right now after week 6.
Yeah,
So,
what's Dak on that list now?
Dak is, ooh, uh, where the hell is Dak?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
can't
so
find him.
so it goes Mahomes, Baker, Josh Allen, Drake May, Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott. There he is, plus 4,000.
Okay, so he's came up a little bit from 4,500.
Yeah, so $10 to win GF 410. Right now Aaron Rodgers is plus 7,500, and who was the other one he was tied with?
Daniel Jones.
Oh, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is plus 4,500.
Okay,
So
so
Daniel Jones is still
but
there.
I wouldn't put money on Dak. I wouldn't. I felt like him and Aaron Rodgers the same were kind of wild. Just simple fact with Dak is like I know he's playing tremendous. I just don't think they're going to be good enough, man. I don't.
No, I don't either.
They really needed that Green Bay game, and that was our whole tie thing. We don't really love the ties, but yeah, unfortunately, Mecca Ibuka to miss some time. Tez Johnson could step up. Maybe that's a guy, Sterling Shepard. Obviously, him and Baker have a connection back in Oklahoma, and they're in college together. Cade Otton maybe gets a little bit of a bump here, but these guys, I mean, Mike Evans should be coming back possibly this week, I think.
Yeah, I
They
did
could
see that he should be back this week.
that would be really good for Baker as well. So how about this though? Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin comes back for 2 games and out, and already said he's going to be out again. Here's the takeaway. Does Chris Godwin retire?
Um,
Like, is there? I
I
just
don't think. I think he still has. I think he still has some left.
I know they just paid him. I just felt it kind of weird that they bring him back like this, and he plays multiple games and out, and already declared out Sunday. And I mean, we're only at
I
Tuesday.
I know this is like one of those we said it, at the beginning of the year, like this isn't, I'm not drafting Chris Godwin in redraft, and I'm not. I just think he still has it in him, and this team's good. They paid him. He knows he's on a competitive team. I mean, I if I was in Chris Godwin's shoes, I wouldn't want to step away.
I wouldn't
You know,
either. I just don't know if he can. What's wrong? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe he can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see what you're saying.
That's just it's kind of weird because we do remember when this happened. He said, "My career is over."
Yeah,
And
that
like
is true.
I'm getting Doug Baldwin vibes, muscles.
It very well could be.
I hope not for him. He's a Penn State guy. Actually other news too. James Franklin fired. That was wild. We got to see
That was wild.
Northwestern win, but yeah, I just think that's something to be cautious about. I'm not saying go out and sell Chris Godwin for a 4th round pick or a 3rd round pick. I'm just saying that like this is strange to me. And if you can get a fair price for Godwin, I think I'm just gonna move on and get what I can get.
Yeah, that's a good reading between the lines there. I mean, it is kind of weird that all these receivers are out and
Yeah.
Godwin's still.
Yeah, and then to be declared, like you think they would wait till Friday and be like questionable, doesn't play. Like they're already like he's out.
Yeah,
I don't get that. That was weird to me. But last thing I want to touch on real quick, all these receivers that are out, we do get one back. Muscles Rashee Rice is finally back. So if you did draft Rashee Rice, you had to buy him a little bit. He was still kind of at a premium, even though you were going to miss 6 weeks out of it. We finally get him. Are you going to start him up this week, Muscles, against the Raiders?
Against the Raiders, yeah, I might.
I think it's a very good matchup.
I was I was getting ready to
scary.
say no, and then you said Raiders, and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, this is a this is a divisional game though. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to keep that in mind. I remember, I think it was last year, it went down to that last snap that the Raiders fumbled the snap. I don't know if you remember that. The Raiders were driving, and it looked like they were going to beat the Chiefs, and something happened that they fumbled. It was a weird call. It was a weird call. I remember watching it as I was over at Maple. I didn't say that, but
I was gonna say you weren't watching football on your phone.
no. But yeah, something weird. I mean, the Raiders always play these guys tough, so
They do.
definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, I would probably fire them up.
Yeah, I you've waited 6 weeks. That's what I was debating on this. I'm like, no, you gotta play him. You gotta get it. I mean, unless your receivers are like ridiculously good.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But here's the thing: if you had Emeka Ibuka, you lost him. Puka Nacua, you lost him. Like you lost Garrett Wilson, you lost Malik Nate. Like we're already there's been the injuries this year have been horrible.
Yep.
So and you throw buys on top of that. I just can't play like a Keyshawn Butte who's coming off a 2-touchdown game. Like I couldn't trust that for a guy like Rashee Rice. That I just think we got to fire him up.
Yep, I agree.
So then we had the Brian Branch Juju fight. That looks like Brian Branch is gonna miss a game. Whatever. Juju's always been. I still think Juju's like means well person, but he's just like extra.
He is.
Brian Branch is gonna miss a game. I did see the sheriff say something about that there could be he did appeal it or something, but I still think it'll uphold and he'll probably be out of game. But Brian Branch, an excellent player, is not overreact. He just got a little bit too emotional, I think, and just needs to realize. I'm sure Dan Campbell will definitely address him, but that's going to do it. I mean, we have some takeaways here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show with a little bit of a review and just kind of how we felt about some of these games. And please make sure to follow 5-Star, any major podcasting platform. Go over to YouTube, subscribe, hit that share button. We really appreciate it. Post a comment. We'll get back to you guys. Let us know how you feel about certain players, and maybe you agree or disagree. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Fantasy Football Power Hour. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yo, welcome to the Power Hour.